Let's start.
Yeah.
पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पटिसंखा. आपके पीछे करूं क्या?
हाँ, आगे करो पीछे करो कैसा भी करो. पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
नेवदवाय.
नेवदवाय.
नमदाय.
नमदाय.
नमंडनाय.
नमंडनाय.
न विभूषणाय.
न विभूषणाय.
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य.
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य.
तृतीयायापनाय.
तृतीयायापनाय.
विहिंसु परतिया.
विहिंसु परतिया.
ब्रह्मचर्या अनुग्घाय.
ब्रह्मचर्या अनुग्घाय.
इति पुराणञ्च.
इति पुराणञ्च.
वेदनं पठिहङ्कामि.
वेदनं पठिहङ्कामि.
एक मिनट. नवञ्च वेदनं.
नवञ्च वेदनं.
न उपादेशामि.
न उपादेशामि.
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति.
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति.
अनवज्यता च.
अनवज्यता च.
फासु विहारो च इति.
फासु विहारो च इति.
एक और बार मेरे साथ ही कीजिए. पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
थोड़ा सा ये हो रहा है वो धुन पकड़ने में मुझे.
ओके. पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पटिसंखा योनिसो.
पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
नेवदवाय.
नेवदवाय.
नमदाय.
नमदाय.
नमंडनाय.
नमंडनाय.
न विभूषणाय.
न विभूषणाय.
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य.
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य.
तृतीयायापनाय.
तृतीयायापनाय.
विहिंसु परतिया.
विहिंसु परतिया.
ब्रह्मचर्या अनुग्घाय.
ब्रह्मचर्य अनुग्घाय.
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनम्.
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनम्.
पठिहङ्कामि.
पठिहङ्कामि.
नवञ्च वेदनम्.
नवञ्च वेदनम्.
उपादेशामि.
न उपादेशामि.
यत्र च मे भविष्यति. यात्रा च मे भविष्यति.
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति.
अनवज्यता च.
अनवज्यता च.
फासु विहारो च इति.
फासु विहारो च इति.
एक और बार. पटिसंखा योनिसो. पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
पटिसंखा योनिसो. पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि.
नेवदवाय. नमदाय. नमंडनाय. न विभूषणाय.
नेवदवाय. नमंडनाय. नमदाय.
नमदाय.
नमदाय. नमंडनाय. विभूषणाय.
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य. तृतीयायापनाय.
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य.
तृतीयायापनाय.
तृतीयायापनाय.
विहिंसु परतिया. ब्रह्मचर्या अनुग्घाय.
विहिंसु परतिया. ब्रह्मचर्य अनुग्घाय.
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्कामि.
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति
यात्रा च मे
भविष्यति
भविष्य
अनवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति। चौथी बात, पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि
पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिण्डपातं पटिसेवामि
नेवदवायन मदायन मंडनायन विभूषणाय
नेवदवायन मदायन मण्डनायन विभूषणाय
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तिथियायापनाय
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तिथियापनाय
विहिंसु परतिया ब्रह्मचर्या अनुघ्घाय
विहिंसु परतिया ब्रह्मचर्य अनुघ्घाय
इति पुराणं च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनुवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति।
ये 4 बार हो गया और 3 बार, तो आपको पूरा रिसाइटेशन आ जाएगा। पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि
पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिण्डपातं पटिसेवामि
नेवदवायन मदायन मंडनायन विभूषणाय
नेवदवाय न मदाय न मण्डनाय न विभूषणाय
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तिथियायापनाय
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तिथियापनाय
विहिंसु परतिया ब्रह्मचर्या अनुघ्घाय
विहिंसु परतिया ब्रह्मचर्य अनुघ्घाय
इति पुराणं च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनुवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति।
अभी 6th टाइम, 6वीं बार, पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि
पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिण्डपातं पटिसेवामि
नेवदवायन मदायन मंडनायन विभूषणाय
नेवदवायन मदायन मण्डनायन विभूषणाय
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तिथियायापनाय
यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तिथियापनाय
विहिंसु परतिया ब्रह्मचर्या अनुघ्घाय
विहिंसु परतिया ब्रह्मचर्य अनुघ्घाय
इति पुराणं च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्खामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च पासु विहारो च इति
यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनुवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति।
अभी मैं पूरा I will finish the whole thing, then you can say the whole thing.
Oh yes.
पटिसंख्यायोनिसो पिंडपातं पटिसेवामि नेवदवायन मदायन मंडनायन विभूषणाय यावदेव इमस्सकाय सतितीयायापनाय विहिंसु परतया ब्रह्मचर्यानुग्घाय इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्कामि नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति।
पठिसङ्काय निसो पिण्डपातं पठिसेवामि देव दया न मदाय न मण्डनाय
देवदवाय न मदाय न मण्डनाय न
विभूषणाय यावदेव इमस्य कायस्य तृतीयायापनाय विहिंसो परतीयाय इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्कामि नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च फासु विहारो च इति।
Now you can say without seeing it. Right.
मैं कल करूंगा सर जी।
Okay, no problem.
इतना नहीं होगा। I will do it tomorrow.
Yeah, you can
okay, हाँ, इस प्रकार से हाँ, तो ठीक से हुआ क्या ये? मैं कर पा रहा हूँ ठीक से?
Yeah, you're doing it. You're fine. So first we have to establish samathā. So the distraction is there, you can't remember. You just see this. If you can't remember, means you have distraction. So the sati is not there.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yes.
So if I close my eyes like this, I should be able to do this. See, this is what the kasina meditation is. That you observe something, close your eyes, and it should appear to you. Okay. So the recitation.
Japa.
Yes.
Means you should practice is by, as you yesterday mentioned, japa.
Japa, ajapa.
Japa, ajapa. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
So now when I close my eyes, if my mind is completely absorbed, that is vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. So these 5 steps. If my mind is established, then if I close my eyes, I should be able to recite. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami. Then if I get stuck here, it means distraction has occurred. Okay, now let's try again. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami devadavayana madayana mandanayana vibhushanaya. Then after that what to do? I don't remember. So it shows the mind was distracted when recitation was there. So no sati.
Yeah.
So without sati, nothing else will work. Okay, the whole idea is to develop sati. To develop sati, the saddha and the sila should be there. Okay. Yes.
In order to make the sati laser sharp, the foundation is
sati.
Sila.
Sila. Yes, sila. Without sila, you can't. So if I am not.
One more thing I would like to just investigate, here. So normally, Panatipata we don't do, right? Kamisu Michachara we don't do. So where we go astray regarding, means Sila, where is means, subtle danger. Is it in Parusaya Vacha and Pisunai and Sampapalapa?
We do normally in Vachi and Mano. Mano, you have Abhijja, Vyapada, Michchaditti, these 3 things. And in the Vachi, we have Musavada, Pasunavacha, Parusavacha, Pisunavacha, Sampapala. So if we are doing it, we can't remember. So now if I were to recite it, let's say I want to recite it closing my eyes. For that, all the 10 immoral deeds should have got suppressed. Otherwise, it will not happen. So when I sit and I say, now what to say? The first line itself will not come. Forget about the other line unless I see it. So if I
does it mean that if these 10 immoral deeds vanished, then in one go one can remember?
Yes. Suppression. First you should suppress it and then you should remove it. It is like kusala. For that kusala you should have akusala. Kusala is to remove. So meaning to remove from the ground, to uproot from the ground. Kusala. Sala is to cut. Ku is bad, waste. So you cut the waste. Kusala is developing the waste, developing the mala in us, in the mind is akusala, and kusala is ku plus sala. Sala is to cut the bad thing. Ku, you are cutting. So you are holding like this and you are cutting at the root. Now let's say this morning onwards I have not done anything wrong. Then if I close my eyes, watch the breath for 1 minute maximum. Now I say pindapata in my mind or in the vocal. Then first word has to appear. Otherwise there is no remembrance. So now I will say pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami nevadavayana madayana mandanayana vibhushanaya yavadeva imassakaya satitiyayapanaya. Then what to do? So line by line I am forgetting. Let's say. So it means I need to put virya is missing. So out of the 5 indriya, sati indriya, saddha indriya, samadhi indriya, panya indriya, virya indriya. Saddha do I have on Buddha Dhamma Sangha or Saddha do I have on Pindapatam? First thing I need to see. If Saddha is there, Sati will not get established. So let's
see.
Yes.
It means that all the while meditating, while doing everything, we have to be careful regarding the 5 hindrances and 5 balas.
First we have to know the 5 hindrances, kama, chanda, vyapada, thinamida, udacha, kukkucha, visikicha. So let's say I have a doubt on this pindapata. So I will not remember. I might be reciting. Taking a book like this, I can recite. But that will not be an experience. So this is where the suttamaya panya will not work. Because this is only sutta. You are just reading. There is no chintamaya panya and bhavanamaya panya. So I am reciting without the requisite, without the qualification. So it will not work. I will forget. So now, if I say that I have understood it correctly, the sutta maya is correct, and I have done little bit of chinta maya. So if somebody asks me, please recite pindapata, then I can not just recite but feel it also, that bhavana maya panya would be there. Only when the bhavana maya panya get established, this recitation becomes an experience. So suttamaya panya, chintamaya panya and bhavanamaya panya. So let's put all the 3 together. So now I close my eyes, again watching the breath. Now I'll say I need to eat. So for eating I need to know why I'm eating. So let me bring it up. So saddha I have on Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Now I have sati because I have established sila. So now let's see whether I can remember. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami nevadavayana madayana mandanayana vibhushanaya yavadeva imassakaya satithiya yapanaya vihimsu paratiya brahmacharya anughaya इति पुराणञ्च वेदनं पठिहङ्कामि नवञ्च वेदनं न उपादेशामि यात्रा च मे भविष्यति अनवज्यता च भासु विहारो च इति. So done. So now again I want to see whether I have picked it correctly or not, whether I have understood it or not, whether that is Sutamaya has gone into Chintamaya and Chintamaya has gone into Bhavanamaya or not. How do I test it? So when I close my eyes, I can see why I am eating food. That is very much clear to me. So if I were to recite again, Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami. So now I know why am I doing that. Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami. The Pindapata is about the Pinda. So I am taking the Pinda. Neva Davayana Madayana Mandanayana Vibhushanaya. This Pinda is not for Davaya, sporting it. Na Madaya, intoxicated by it. Mandanaya, na Vibhushanaya. Yavadeva Titiya Yapanaya. So I want to maintain the Titi of what? Imassa Kayasa. Yavadeva Imassa Kayasa Titiya Yapanaya. Okay. Then Vihimsu Paratiya Brahmacharya Anughaya. Having established the body, that is Imassa Kayasa. Yavadeva Imassa Kayasa Titiya Yapanaya. That means this Titi, this stability of the body has to be maintained. So for that I have taken the Pindapata. So I have asked somebody to give me food. So they given me food in the plate, with the spoon or with the hand or whatever I am eating. The Bhavanamaya Panya is when I put in the mouth like this, I know I am Pindapata, doing the Pindapata. I am eating the Pinda. Nothing to do with what poha or this or that or whatever. Just the Pindapata. Why? Yavadeva imassa kayasa titiya yapanaya. Then Vihimsu Paratiya Brahmacharya Anughaya. Iti Puranancha Vedanam na upades. Sorry, Iti cha Puranamcha Vedanam Patihankami. I am removing the past Vedana. Vedana feeling, hunger, feeling of hunger. Navancha Vedanam na upadesami. I am not creating a new feeling. Meaning I am not making greedy. I am not feeling greedy of eating. Just to see that whether the stomach is full. Ah, yes. The stomach is full. Is it lighter? Yes, I am feeling light. That's it. Over. Nothing more I require. Now, yatra cha me bhavisati. When I want to go out and do lot of things, yatra cha me bhavisati. Anavajjata, blameless. That means what is there to be blamed? You are supposed to have 2 meals a day or maximum 3 meals a day. Am I snacking all the time? Then it is blameworthy. Can I bring it to 2 meals a day? Yes, I can. So there is no blame. Can I bring it to 1 meal a day? The best thing. It is health-wise good, spiritually also very good. So yatra cha me bhavisati, anavajjata cha, anavajja is blameless. Avajjana is blame. Anavajja is blameless. Okay. Then pasu viharo ti. That is when it is touched. Pasu. Vihara. That is when I go into the vihara, to my room, to my place, to my dwelling. Pasu viharo chati means when I want to sit, do whatever I want, I should not feel hungry. Then again I have to go with Pindapata. So going to the kitchen is a Pindapata. I have to go, I have to request, they have to give me food, coming back to my room and sitting. So this way of contemplation is vipassana. This is vipassana. That is, why am I eating is vipassana. Knowing about pindapata is samathā. So first I knew about samathā, then I started reflecting upon it. This reflection is vipassana. And Paccavekkhaṇā is reflection. Anything you want to reflect is vipassana, because you are intensifying your insight, you're developing an insight of what it is. So what it is? You have hunger. Basically, that is all what it is. So do you want to support that hunger? No, because it's disease. What is there to? Are you at ease when you are hungry? No. Nobody is at peace when hungry. So hunger is a disease. So for that disease, you have to give something. So neva davaya na madaya, not get intoxicated, na mandanaya na vibhushanaya, yavadeva imassakayas, only for imassakayas, for this body, itiya yapanaya, to maintain the stability, to maintain the state. So I need to have this food. Imassa yavadeva imassakayasa itiya yapanaya. Vihimsu paratiya. It is himsa. What himsa? It is violence. If you don't eat, it will create lot of issues of vata, pitta, kapha and all that. So which is himsa. You can't sit, you can't stand, you can't do anything. So vihimsu paratiya brahmacharya anughaya, to maintain my brahmacharya. Otherwise, mind will go here, there in search of food. So now, I want to keep my brahmacharya. Puranam Vedanam Patihankami. Iti Puranancha Vedanam Patihankami. Yes, Purana Vedana, the old feeling, hunger feeling. I want to kill it. I want to remove it. Avancha Vedanam na upadesami. I don't want to develop new feeling. When I'm sitting, standing, walking, whatever it is, it should not create another feeling now. Yatra cha me bhavisati. In future, when I go for a walk or a movement or going here and there, anavajjata, blameless. So I can be blameless of asking food again and again. It's a blame. You keep on coming and taking medicine. It's a blame. Why should you take so much medicine? So food is a medication. Ahara equals aushadhi. So now I have done vipassana. So the mind becomes totally rid of the feeling for eating this, eating that, will go away. Then we can do anupassana, which is below. After this, there is anupassana. That is dhatu and all that is anupassana. So we did samatha, we did vipassana. So unless I recite it properly, unless I know what it is, whether Suttamaya Jnana or Suttamaya Panya, Chintamaya Panya, Bhavanamaya Panya. So first I recite, I investigate what I am reciting. Do I understand what it is? Yes, Chintamaya. Then I experience Bhavanamaya. How do you experience? Through vipassana. That is correct. Only through vipassana you can experience it. No other way. Now I know why am I eating. That is vipassana. Paccavekkhaṇā, reflection. I am reflecting upon why is that I am eating. So I made everything to pinda, rice ball.
In order to translate anything into bhavanamaya, you need to know suttamaya,
Yes.
then chintamaya, then bhavanamaya.
Correct.
And that should be your living experience, not verbal.
Not verbal.
Words.
Correct.
Yeah, not words. Words cannot play any role. They
Yes.
are insignificant if you thoroughly remember the recite the anything.
Yes, that doesn't add any value. Only recitation will not help. It will help to a limited extent, but it will not help completely. So you require Suttamaya, Chintamaya, and Bhavanamaya. Bhavana is experience. So what will you experience? Vipassana. Anupassana is Bhavana. And what do you do? Chintamaya is what it is. Whatever you are reading, listening, you are doing Chinta. Chintana. To think. What is this? Is to think. Suttamaya is to read. To know it technically, intellectually is Suttamaya. Chintamaya is to investigate, to go deep, to understand, to reflect upon, to think, to ponder. All that is Chintamaya. Whatever I have learned, whatever I have thought, now I am putting it into practice. That is Bhavana, which is Vipassana and Anupassana. So first I need to know, then I need to think, then I need to practice. So knowing, thinking and practice. Only practice cannot happen. Only thinking, no use. Only reading, only knowing, no use. We should have all the three. Knowing, thinking, practice. Knowing, thinking, practice. So for the whole day I need to think. That will develop my insight. That will be my experience. It need not be somebody's experience. So when I start thinking, why am I eating? Why am I eating? Why am I eating? Then I come to know what is the reason for my eating.
So what is the difference between, even in academics, the word internalization is broadly used.
Yes.
So in spiritual field,
Also
and
the same. They are the same. Only thing is that there the internalization is on the worldly matter. Here the internalization is outside the worldly matter. That's all. So there is no basically any specific difference.
here, in case of the spiritual activities, internalization is being done to detach from everything, to give up everything.
Correct.
And in case of the academics of elsewhere in the world, it is in order to,
Attach to it.
collect,
Yes.
assemble.
Yes. Correct.
That is only the difference I can see.
Yes. But in both the cases, you need to know the concept, think on the concept, and apply the concept. Let's take mathematics. In the school, what I learn is not what I apply in the office. But without that knowledge, I cannot apply anything in the office. So I need to know, I need to think it over what it is, then I need to apply. If I just want to apply without knowing, it does not work. If I want to think also, I need to know, and then I need to apply. So without application, knowing is of no use. Without thinking, knowing is of no use. And without applying, knowing and thinking is of no use.
I have got one question here. Without knowing, application is useless, as you mentioned just now. If one, what did you say? What was your previous statement? I forgot it.
Only knowing without thinking and applying is of no use.
Yeah.
Only thinking without knowing is of no use. Only applying without knowing and thinking is of no use. In the same way, only...
Achha, but one can reap the benefits, by applying.
That is correct, but you should know. You should know properly what it is. Otherwise, you will apply it in a wrong way. See, if I don't know Pindapata in its true essence, I might be doing it. I might be doing it like a ritual, but it will not help me. Uposatta. I don't know why I should be doing, but I have belief in Buddha, so I will do Uposatta. It's of no use. Why? Because I don't know and I have not thought about it. So there is no application. So the application without knowing and without thinking is just a ritual. Silabatta paramasa, that's all. So what do you mean by knowing? Knowing is pajanana, to know. When you know, what happens? You develop samatha. So sato va asasati, sato va pasasati, digam va asasanto, asasame iti pajanati. Right? And then he says sikkhati. Why sikkhati? Because you will learn. Learn what? First you will know, then you learn. When you know and learn, which is to think and ponder over it, savitakka savichara, you get the joy of knowing it, which is piti. Then you feel sukha, then ekagata. In that you can apply. So the jhana is required. Meditation is jhana.
All it means that step by step you have to be thorough with 37 requisites.
Yes, 37 factors of awakening, that is what you need to have. So for that, satipatthana is required. Satipatthana also includes what we are doing now. We are developing sati in Pindapata. So your breathing pattern will change. When the moment they give you food, you know, oh, it is Pindapata. Because sati comes. With the sati, everything else will come. Like that.
If you do it without contemplating or reflecting for very long time, still it will not be much beneficial. Of course, up to certain level, partially it will be useful, but not completely.
Yes.
So every second you have to be mindful of what you are doing. You should know what is the means, academically, as we say, objective of learning and what is the outcome of the learning.
Correct. So for now we have to do only for the food. At least we get a good chance to see what is that I am doing with relation to food. So for today you practice this, and tomorrow we will see the anupassana. The first is try to recite this whole thing. See that without seeing also you are able to say. That will give you samatha. Then you do the vipassana of what it means. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami. So I am doing a pindapata. Pindapata is nothing but making a ball, rice ball, and putting in the mouth. Pati sankha yoniso, I am bringing my yoniso. Pati sankha is numbering. So I am counting. How am I eating? Is actually observing. So with proper observation, I am seeing how am I eating. So then I will see that Neva davaya. So I'm not sporting it to anyone. I'm not showing it off to anyone how much I can eat. Neva davaya na madaya. Not intoxicated. Na mandanaya. Adornment. Na vibhushanaya. Not ornamentation. Yavad eva. Only for. Imassakayas. This body. Hitiya yapanaya. To maintain the stability, to maintain the state of this body. Vihimsu paratiya. It gives so much of pain, violence. It's violent. If the hunger is not subdued, it becomes violent with pitta, vata and kapha. So I don't want to suffer. It's very violent. I shouldn't be suffering. So I have to give something. So vihimsu paratiya brahmacharya anughaya. To maintain my brahmacharya. Celibacy is one part of the brahmacharya, but actual brahmacharya is arhat. If I want to move into arhat direction, to have control over the senses, with hunger being there, it's not going to happen. It's a disease. So first I need to fix that up. Puranancha vedanam na, sorry, puranancha iti puranancha vedanam patihankami. So I am destroying the old hunger pang is a pain. So that pain, vedana, painful sensation, I am removing. Navancha vedanam na upadesami. I am not creating any new vedana. So that yatra cha me bhavishyati, when I go out, anavajjata is blameless. Pasu viharucha iti. I am blameless when I am sitting in my room or wherever. This, if I were to reflect all the time, becomes vipassana. So now I can see that my mind is not going anywhere.
One has to be very mindful from moment to moment.
Correct.
Because what I have read in J. Krishnamurti's book, that he, emphasizes on living in a present.
Correct.
So now practically I am able to decipher, what is the meaning of living in a present moment. That you have to be mindful of what you are doing.
Correct.
You should be accountable for each and every second you are using.
Correct. Very correct.
Without attaching to anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we end for today?
Yes. Okay. Tomorrow, are we going to
Yes,
meet
tomorrow we
also?
will meet. Tomorrow we will meet. And then Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days I will be in office. We can meet in the morning, but we can't be able to do the video recording, but we can meet and practice.
Okay, sir. Okay. Dhanyawad, sir ji. Thank you very much.
No
Thank you
problem.
very much.
Okay, bye.